How y'all doing? It's so great to be talking to you. Now, I've been watching the news the last couple of days, and I tell you, one of the big stories here in LA County is the is a new district attorney, George Gascon. And this is a guy that came from, he's a typical San Francisco Democrat, and I say that in the sense that he's one of these guys that wants to let all the prisoners, out of prison. He wants to drop all the charges against all these prisoners so they can get out early. He wants to do everything in his power to make sure nobody goes to prison. And I'm not exaggerating here. I mean, just in regards to George Gascon being elected the new DA of LA, yesterday on the radio, I heard a story about these parents were just outraged because they had their young baby being watched by a babysitter that really abused and beat the baby so much that the baby now suffers from brain damage and mental illness because they were just beat so severely. And rightfully so, before George Gascon got into office, this person was charged and they had all of these, and they were convicted. But now George Gascon wants to take all these charges so that the person will get out of prison. I mean, for a crime where somebody beat a baby so bad that they're brain damaged, does this person deserve to get out? And he goes on TV and all he will say is, he will not even talk to reporters. He puts out a statement saying something to the effect that, for the last 8 years in LA, somebody else was a district attorney, and crime went up. They tried to be tough on crime, but my research shows that when you're tough on crime, crime goes up. I say BS to that, okay? BS to that. This guy who's a new DA, he wants to go into court, drop all these charges against people that have already been charged and been sentenced, and these are not just light little nothing. He wants to drop charges against gang members. He wants to, violent crimes, assaults, prostitution, drug charges. Somebody gets caught with drugs. I mean, as it is, you could walk down the streets of downtown LA. Somebody could be shooting up heroin on the streets, and a police could walk by, and they're not gonna even get charged. It's bad enough already. This guy wants to make it where, oh no, we're not gonna send anybody to prison for doing drugs. Somebody gets caught stealing. Oh, it's not their fault. They come from a poor family. We got to help these people. They're committing crimes because they come from a poor family. They're stealing to help themselves survive. They're breaking into stores, stealing things and looting because why? They are poor. We need to help them, not charge them with crimes. Crazy. And the great news about all this, though, is there is an uprising. This guy has only been in office since November 3rd when he was elected as the new DA. And he's come out and with all these crazy things he wants to do as district attorney of Los Angeles. But he does not really care too much about the victims, the victims as far as he wants to let murderers and child molesters out. He doesn't care about the children that were molested or the people that were murdered. He sees the criminals as the victims. Crazy. I mean, we have never seen. I mean, this guy was DA of San Francisco. He messed up San Francisco. Now he wants to come and mess up LA. And the best part so far, he's getting a backlash from everybody in the media, from crime victims, even prosecutors in LA County, and people that work in his office under him, getting backlash. And even judges saying they do not want to follow this new DA's guidelines. So there's already a movement to recall this guy, and he's only been in office since November 3rd. So we will be watching George Gascon to see just how this all plays out, because you go from one extreme to the other, from being tough on crime to just letting all the prisoners out. And it's even with all this COVID-19 stuff, they're talking about, oh, we need to let all the child molesters and all the prisoners and even some people that have murdered, we need to let them out of prisons because of COVID-19. The prisons are loaded with COVID-19. And it's not fair that prisoners get COVID-19. We need to let them out of... I wonder what's going to happen when you let all these people out of prison. Here's a prediction for you. Violent crime will go up. Crime of every possible thing you can think. Every type of crime is going to go up. I predict this. I'll check back with you and let you know, maybe in about a month or so, but I can already predict it because you don't punish people for crimes, you let them out of prison, they're going to keep committing crimes. Why not? What is the punishment? Why shouldn't they commit crimes? You let them out of prison, you drop charges, you feel sorry. The criminals are the victims. I get it. Over now, we'll be talking to you again real soon.